What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Today I have for you the GlenDronach 1995 Cask 20-year-old. Okay, it's aged 20 years old. It's a single cask bottling. Little backstory behind where I got this. Alright, I don't know if you can make out the label there. This is cask number 4074, bottle number 532 out of 735. It's a limited edition. Once this is gone, all 735 bottles, it's gone forever. It's bottled at 52.8%. So what happens over the years is the alcohol percentage will go down. It's originally barreled at around 60 to 62%, and as it gets older, some of the alcohol percentage burns away as the whiskey actually evaporates, which is called the angel share. The evaporation of the barrel is called the angel share. So when they first fill the barrels are full, and then over the years you can go as low as halfway down a barrel or even below that, and with that the alcohol percentage will drop. This is not chill filtered and no added color, just like almost all of the GlenDronach line. I think actually all of them are unchill filtered and natural color. This particular bottle is only available in the UK. So I had to pull some strings in order to get this, because Canada, Ontario in particular, does not allow outside purchasing of alcohol. So what that means is I wouldn't be able to order from Masters of Malt, which is where this is, where I bought this, and have them send it to me here in Toronto. Ontario wouldn't allow it, so the LCBO doesn't allow it. Everything that's purchased in Ontario, alcohol-wise, has to be purchased at the LCBO or the duty-frees at the airport. Okay, so because this is so rare, because it was a mission to get, and the way I actually ended up getting it was my brother-in-law lives in London, England at the moment. He's visiting for a couple weeks and then he has to go back. He was able to pick up this bottle for me, as well as the GlenDronach 21-year-old Parliament, which me and a group of friends will be sharing the cost and the actual contents of the bottle in a future review. But because, like I said, this is rare and I didn't want to open it, there's only 735 bottles of it. I got this, which is a sample of the GlenDronach 20-year-old Cask 4074, okay, the 1995. So it's the exact same as this bottle, basically. Alright, without further ado, hopefully this is not too challenging to open. It looks like it might be. This is, they seal it with wax, I believe, so it makes it a little better to travel. I'm gonna have to use my nails here. While I'm trying to open this, I'm gonna just give you a little bit of background information. So it's exclusively aged in Pedro Xeminez ex-Sherry casks. Actually, it's an ex-Sherry puncheon, which is larger than a regular sized barrel, which is why they're able to get 735 bottles out of a cask strength barrel. Okay, Pedro puncheons are a lot bigger than your standard barrel. I'm not exactly sure the size difference, but I'll get that for you in my next video. Just because I knew we had a lot to get to today, so I didn't want to didn't want to go into too much detail about all that stuff, but the puncheon's much bigger, so 735 bottles. This seems to be, from my research that I've done, one of the larger amounts of bottles that were produced out of the puncheon. Normally you're looking at around 600, maybe a little bit above, maybe a little bit less, in the high fives. For whatever reason, they got 735 out of this. It doesn't seem to have taken away from the color. That is pretty much as dark as it gets. It's pretty dark, okay? So the color is there. You will expect a little bit less cask influence on a larger barrel as opposed to a smaller barrel. The smaller the barrel, the quicker it ages, the more influence the barrel has on the actual whiskey, okay? So that's one of the drawbacks of having a bigger barrel like a puncheon, okay? All right, so you get that sweetness right away, okay? I'm assuming they use an open bottle that they have at Masters of Malt. I ordered from Masters of Malt, had it sent to my brother-in-law's house, and I ordered these two together so that, like I said, I didn't have to open that up. I gotta say, Masters of Malt is an incredible website. I hope one day in Ontario we're allowed to buy from them, because I ordered these and literally the next day they arrived at my brother-in-law's house. The packaging was incredible, so good that he could actually bring it in his luggage on an airplane. All right, very, very durable packaging, so you know you're getting a safe. Well, you're getting your bottle. You know it's going to be safe. So, mastersofmalt.com. If you can order from them, if you're outside of Ontario, give it a shot because it's well worth it. And the prices are better too. The prices are much better. This GlenDronach 21-year-old was 76 pounds. Right now the pound is about $1.85 Canadian, so it's less than $2. So you're looking at about 140 bucks, maybe a little bit less, for a 21-year-old, where at the LCBO you can't even get the 18-year-old for less than 170 bucks. I believe it's actually 179. So great prices on this website, Master of Malt. Check it out. This is not going to be my usual reviews, okay? Like I said, I'm not going to be opening this bottle, so I'm going to taste it first straight, and then I'm going to add some water, because it is 52%, but it's 20 years old, okay? It's Pedro Xeminez, so you know it's going to be sweeter, so it might be a little bit easier on the palate. We'll find out, okay? I'm going to nose it first. And you get that sweetness right away from the Pedro Xeminez. Okay, there's some nuttiness there too, like almost like a peanut butter. Like a peanut butter and jam smell, like the combination. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Tons of cinnamon. There's a lot of cinnamon in this one. And the legs on that. Legs are basically when you swirl the whiskey in the glass, how much the residue sticks to the wall of the glass, okay? And as you can see, I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it's quite a bit, okay? All right, on the palate. Wow. So if somebody told me that this was 52%, I think they were lying to me. You do get that strength. There is that strength, but it's absolutely delicious. It's super sweet, bordering too sweet, but really, really, really good. A lot of cinnamon, baked dark fruits, long finish, still going. A little peppery, gonna try that one more time. That sherry wine is so sweet. It's such a nice, pleasant smell. Okay. Not a ton of oak. For a 20-year-old, you would think you get a little bit more oak, but I'm guessing because of the larger size of the barrel, the puncheon, you don't get a ton of oak on this. The 21-year-old is probably a lot more oaky than this 20-year-old. Even younger ones would probably be a little more oaky. But you still get that color. This is delicious. Honestly, this is absolutely delicious. I don't even feel like adding water, but I'm going to do it for the sake of the review and just to see if anything changes. I'm just going to add a touch. Be careful with your older whiskeys when you're adding water. It can take away from the actual whiskey. Even though it's 52%, you got to be very careful. You don't want to take away too much from what you have there. It's older, it's more sensitive, okay? I didn't mention it already, but it's got a really syrupy taste, okay? Like almost, not quite a watered down honey texture. It's very, very syrupy. Excellent. Coats the palate. Okay, so the water actually introduces some apple, some baked apple, maybe some baked pear, thinking like blackberry jam. Definitely some sort of jelly, okay? It's got that sweet, sugary fruit, like, yeah, sweet, sugary fruit taste. Smell, I mean. Okay, again on the palate with water now. Oh my god. That is excellent stuff. I'm considering ordering another bottle. This is not cheap. This is about 99 pounds, so you're looking at about 200 bucks. But again, for a single cask, that's not that expensive. That's off of Masters of Malt. I do believe the Whiskey Exchange is much more expensive than Master of Malt, so if you do have an opportunity to order from Master of Malt, it's usually cheaper. I can't even begin to imagine what this would go for in Ontario. Something ludicrous. I'm thinking at least 300 bucks, if not more, okay? But if this became available in Ontario for 300 bucks, I'd probably have to buy myself a bottle because it's that good. Excellent stuff. I don't normally grade, but because I'm kind of limited with my options, having only the one sample, I don't normally grade off of one taste, but like I said, I'm limited. So I am going to grade this. Bear with me because that could change if you purchase a bottle, but my first tasting of this, not giving it 20 minutes like you would normally, all those different things that I've spoken to in the past, I'm still going to give this a solid A. This is excellent stuff. I can imagine I'm going to actually wait the rest of this one out and have a go at it again later, but I can't imagine it getting any worse. It's only going to get better. It's a solid A now. Cask strength is heavy, and you are at risk of getting that numb feeling in your mouth. Because of the syrupy texture of this, that's not happening right now. So, excellent stuff. I'm going to give it a solid A. This review if you like this review, please share with your friends, share with anybody that you may know likes whiskey or other spirits. I have Instagram and Twitter, at Whiskey in the Six on Instagram, and at Whiskey_in_the_6 on Twitter. And that's both for Instagram and Twitter. 6 the number, not the word. Alright? This video is in honor of my grandfather. No, may you rest peacefully. Love you. Cheers, guys.